Anyone interested in business or business fables that aren't 1,000 pages long should definitely check out The Five Dysfunctions of a Team. Written by Patrick Lencioni back in 2002, this book teaches a lot about business, marketing, management, and teamwork, all in only 229 pages. It's a bestseller that's pretty informative, enjoyable to read, and at least according to Wikipedia, describes issues that are especially important in team sports. That, of course, is where League of Legends comes in. Today we'll be going through the 5 dysfunctions of a team and talking about what you can do to remedy them. Hopefully, if nothing else, we'll be able to arm you with the knowledge you need to keep your team from completely falling apart, so let's go ahead and get into it. The first dysfunction is an absence of trust, the unwillingness to be vulnerable within the group. Jesus, that was fast. We aren't even in the game yet and this dysfunction is already prevalent. I'm fourth pick, but I'm best with mid. If it wouldn't be too much trouble, could I play Ari? Maybe? Please? 9 times out of 10 this question is asked. Unless you're in a division that's upper gold or higher, chances are you won't get to play mid. Why? Because your team doesn't trust you. The best way you're going to be able to remedy this is with language. For me, I might mention that I've played over 500 ranked games with Ari in my League of Legends career, and I'll perform significantly better if I can take mid. Make sure you don't act like a complete tool. Yes, I've won my past 10 ranked games and have a 15-1 KD ratio. Give me Ari or I'll AFK. Be polite and respect the pick order, but at least try to give a reason for your teammates to trust you, and more often than not, surprisingly, you'll actually get to play mid. The second dysfunction is a fear of conflict, seeking artificial harmony over constructive, passionate debate. Basically, this is saying don't fake like everything is perfect just so you don't fight. In all honesty, though, if there's any of these dysfunctions you should not worry about, it's this one. League is a bit of an exception from other sports, if you're playing solo queue at least. Try to keep all arguments to a minimum, but don't blissfully be ignorant to your teammates' frustrations. If you can, try to talk things out before giving up on resolving the conflict and just muting everyone. If you can say the right things to leave everyone in a somewhat resolved state, everything will turn out much better than everyone just not talking in a pent-up rage because they're scared any word will make someone quit. Don't passionately debate the way the book says. Debating over the internet never ends well. Do try to seek out a real resolution, though, if you think you can. And if you're with a fives team, do make sure that you're passionately debating and working out your problems. Trust is the foundation of any team, and any artificial harmony will only ruin that trust. The next dysfunction is a lack of commitment. Feigning buy-in for group decisions creates ambiguity throughout the organization. What this means is make sure you have the entire team's commitment to any move that you make. If you have 2 or 3 players who don't exactly agree with what you're doing, you'll end up with half-hearted plays that will never end up succeeding the way you need them to. Make clear decisions that you're sure have the support of each and every team member. If you're going to do Dragon with your bottom and mid lane, and you expect top to teleport in, everyone needs to be on board. If your top laner doesn't feel like joining you, if he thinks you can handle everything yourself and he should just keep on pushing top, he needs to tell you that, and you need to tell him whether he's right or not. Never allow a conflict of interests like this. It's okay to have dissenting opinions on what to do, but it's not okay to not have everyone on board and be stuck with a team that's always 2 steps behind because of it. Make sure you're communicating above all else. The fourth dysfunction is an avoidance of accountability, ducking the responsibility to call peers on counterproductive behavior, which sets low standards. Ha! It's like Mr. Lencioni wrote this especially for League. I think I've made enough videos about this. Don't blame your teammates and take responsibility. And he's right, this will set low standards for yourself as a player. If you're not constantly thinking of all your mistakes and simply deferring them to others, like the jungler or the support, you'll never become as great of a player as you could. And finally, the fifth dysfunction of a team is the inattention to results, focusing on personal success, status, and ego before team success. Make sure you judge yourself as a team. Just because it's solo queue doesn't mean you're the only one that matters. Take most of the responsibility like the previous point said, but don't treat the whole game as a showcase for the great person, which is you. As much as you don't like the fact that this is a team game, your win-loss ratio is going to have a pretty direct correlation to whether you work well with your team or not, and that's not just a correlation-causation thing. It doesn't matter if you went 10-0 and your bot went 1-15. If you lost, you messed up. You will get bad teams from time to time, but that's no excuse to be forcefully ignorant of the results just because you think you did good enough. Anyway, I hope you learned something new. An Amazon purchase link for the book is in the description if you're interested, and you should probably take a look at it if you're thinking about going into marketing or business and all that. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.